game?
Well, the other night we lost Flamini on injury of his hamstring, so he'll be out for tomorrow's game. And everybody else should be available. We have a definite check-up this morning, but all the other signs looked quite positive.
2 games in very quick succession, of course. How do you plan to manage your squad?
By focusing the maximum on recovery, it's very difficult to predict will somebody have a little bit fatigue or not. So overall, I believe that we'll go into this game just taking the positive from our performance against Barcelona and hope that physically everybody has recovered.
What positives will you take from Wednesday?
The fact that we had very dynamic, mobile, fluent performance, and that we had 20 shots on goal. We had 12 shots on target at Barcelona, and overall I believe that our performance was positive, and we just want to continue to play with the same passion and with the same drive until the end of the season now.
And just finally from me, it's Everton tomorrow, always a very tough place to go to.
Tough place because we have a big, strong squad, and they are a team with a huge potential as well. So, and they have always a good crowd. So we expect, of course, a strong opponent, but let's focus on our performance and go out again with the same desire.
Arsene, good morning. Thank you for your time again. 3 players I think who aren't going to be ready this weekend but might be ready, you were indicating after the international break. Cech, Cazorla and Wilshere. What's the latest on that?
I think Cazorla is slow. Wilshere is showing good signs now of recovery. The players who definitely will be back from injury could be Ramsey, could be Cech, could be maybe Flamini because his injury is not very bad, but I don't think that straight away after the international break Wilshere will be back or Cazorla.
So Ramsey's a bit sooner than you would think.
Yes.
But Cazorla, you say is slow. Is there a setback there?
He has a little Achilles problem, but his knee is perfect, but he has a little Achilles problem that has slowed him down. So overall, I believe that had he not had that problem, he would be available already now, because his knee is perfect.
But as far as Cazorla and Wilshere are concerned, you do expect still to see them in action before the end of the season?
Yes.
You've got a good record in the Premier League after the disappointment of going out of Europe.
Yes.
I think you've won the last 4 games when that's happened.
Yes, let's continue that record, because at the moment we are even more in the need of continuing that good record. But I believe that the team is up for it, and that the team will give absolutely everything to continue that record. The huge importance this game has to us, and that's why I believe the advantage, we do not have to overthink what we want to do. We just know that game is of a big significance for us, and we just want to go out and perform.
Hugely important, you say, a big significance, you say. In what way? Could you put into words why it is those things, this game?
Because we want to win the games, and recently we have lost at home in the Premier League against Swansea. We want to make up for the points, because we want to continue to be in the fight, and because as well behind us people move as well, so we cannot stand still.
So if the results go the wrong way, you don't get the result you want at Goodison, you could be 14 points adrift in the title race. Would that spell the end of the title?
If, the press, you are always in a position where you have to predict the worst, and we are in a position where we have to hope for the best. So let's hope for the best. I agree with you that a negative result would be very bad for us, but we focus now on having a positive result, and we know it's time now. It's of course now is the time for us to produce the result we want.
Roberto Martinez has been saying some nice things about you this week. He says that you're inspirational, you're an inspiration to managers in the game. When you hear stuff like that from people who know about football, does it help drown out some of the criticism you receive?
Look, I take that with a distance always, you know. We are always judged, we are always on permanent tribunal. Sometimes it's maybe too positive, sometimes too negative. What you want to do is just to focus on you being at your best and perform at your best, and after that I'm very happy that I can inspire some people when it happens, but I just want to do well my job and perform, and my job is to prepare my team to have a good chance to win the game tomorrow. That's what I do.
10 years ago, no way you remember, or maybe you will, when you were having a similar bad run in the eyes of some of the critics, you said you asked who motivates the motivator, i.e. who keeps you inspired and trying. Have you found the answer to that question yet?
Yes, because I love to win, and that desire to win is my motivator, you know, and I believe that you're born like that, and you spend your whole life like that, and that's what motivates me, is to get the team to give a good possible chance to win the game, and I have enough experience to deal with that, and of course when we don't win I'm unhappy, and but as well I think there's a lot of positives in our game and a lot of good developments in our team, and we now want to take advantage of that until the end of the season.
Two more questions about two strikers, if I may. One, Romelu Lukaku is in good form at the moment. Was he ever a player that you looked at?
Yes, we know him since he was in Belgium, but at the time he opted to go to Chelsea, you know. But where I agree with you is he's developing well, and year after year he's better. His finishing is better, his technical link with the players is better, and he's promised to a big career, because that's always a sign when the guy year after year has better numbers.
Did you have another look at him when it was clear that Jose wasn't a fan?
No, because he went out on loan to Everton, and I did expect him to go back to Chelsea. So after that, once he was at Chelsea, we never were on the case.
Finally, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, you've been linked with him, 34, a bit over your age range and a bit of a character. Would he fit in here?
Look, at the moment, no, we are not on that case, you know. We have other worries at the moment, it's short term, and we are not on Zlatan's case, even at 34, he has a great season with Paris Saint-Germain.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Arsene, you've just mentioned Zlatan. Why would you not be interested in a player like that? You saw him against Chelsea, he was fantastic. Yes, he's 34, but his pace has never been an issue in his game. Why would you not be interested in a quality player like that?
Look, at the moment you can understand that my priority before the Everton game is not to go on the transfer market on the possible signings next season. On that front, I'm just surprised by the name you throw at me, and we are, just to tell you, no, we are not at the moment thinking of signing anybody.
And Per Mertesacker in the week was talking about your strikers need to respond due to their lack of goals. How do you feel that they have responded within the last few weeks with regards to scoring goals? Because that has been an issue with your strikers.
Of course, but I always believe that let's improve the quality of our game, you know, and then the strikers will benefit from that. It's always very delicate, and to blame one or two individuals when you do not score as many goals. I think we have quality strikers, and if the quality we produce the quality of the game we produced at Barcelona, our strikers will score goals.
It's not as if they're not getting any service. Would you agree with that?
Sorry?
It's not as if they're not getting any service to them, the strikers.
We create opportunities. If you look at the numbers in the Premier League, we are quite one of the best if not the best, in creating goal-scoring opportunities. Maybe we have even to improve the quality of our goal-scoring opportunities, but it's as well linked a little bit with the confidence and the belief that the strikers have at the moment. They are a little bit desperate to score, but I'm convinced that is a bit that will come back.
And you mentioned Romelu Lukaku earlier. He's a player in great form. Just how do you stop a player like that with his physical attributes, with his skill and ability? How do you stop him?
Look, we just played against Messi, Neymar, and Suarez. So,
That's my point. It's a different sort of prospect, isn't it?
so you give us another headache. Yes, I think we gave our defenders get encouragement from just what the defensive performance they have produced against Barcelona.
And finally, we've spoke about this game against Everton. Not even just in terms of the title, but you've got on the cover of your shoulder as well, the likes of Manchester City,
right.
United, and even West Ham.
Yes, of course. It's very tight, but I believe that first of all the Premiership is far from over, you know. And secondly, I agree with you that we have as well to look behind us because things can change very quickly, and we want to, of course, to move forward, but I'm conscious that our position, even where we are now, is not secure.
Arsene, how good can Alex Iwobi become, do you think?
I personally rate him, you know, to throw him in a game like I did on Wednesday night means I have a great belief in his qualities. I think he has he's a creative player. He's an intelligent player. He has a strong team attitude and good humility. What 19 years of age is a very important quality. And so overall, I think he can go very far. I'm a bit cautious because I do not want to make stars of players who have played 2 games. But personally, I believe he has a big talent.
And as far as the rest of the season is concerned for Arsenal, are you now really looking ahead to next season?
No, we are looking ahead to tomorrow and to finish well our season, and after see what's happening in the next season. But at the moment, I'm completely just focused on immediate. We are just moved out of the FA Cup and of the Champions League, so it's important that we give absolutely 100% to finish well in the Premier League and to be in the fight until the end.
Arsene, do you think you can win all of your matches between now and the end of the season? They look winnable, and if that does happen, does that give you a chance?
I would say we have to go step by step. Let's come back to winning habits first, and then that starts tomorrow. Do we win tomorrow? We'll see. But I think that's our target. But at the moment, I believe the only way to achieve something special is first be realistic and humble enough to deal first with Everton.
Is your expectation that the current top 4, whether that swaps around, will be the top 4 at the end of the season? Do you think there's enough of a gap?
No. I think things will change until the end of the season, that's for sure. But we have to take care of our own destiny, and that's only one way to do that, is by producing the performances that people expect from us and that we expect from ourselves.
There's a lot of change in football when it comes to managers. Loads of managers leave throughout the season. I think we've had almost 50 across the English top 4 leagues this season. Roberto Martinez is in his 3rd season, which isn't very common in the Premier League. Has he got the necessary attributes and the support, do you think, to become an Arsene Wenger, to stay that long?
I think so, yes. I rate him as a quality manager. And first of all, really want to do that, you know, because the longer you stay, the more you question. And as well, will the club want to do that? I don't know. But I think he has the qualities, yes, to be a super manager.
And Arsene, can I get your thoughts as well on the quarter-final stage of the Europa League and the Champions League? There's only one English team in each competition. Given the resources in this country and the quality players, quality managers, is that good enough, really?
No, it's not good enough. I agree with you. But it's very difficult today to give you a rational explanation about that. I believe that the Premier League is very demanding, that overall the Premier League will even be stronger next season, that's for sure again. And maybe the Premier League has become the Champions League for the English teams, you know, because that's what's happening, because every game is so difficult in the Premier League that maybe we suffer a little bit in Europe. And you see even some teams who play in the Europa League, they privilege the Premier League.
Last one, Nick.
Hi Arsene, is there any frustration that you've got a 12:45 kick-off after playing Wednesday night?
Look, it's not ideal, you know that as well as I do, but we have to deal with it, and some of the teams have done that. We have to do that, and not to look at that as a possible problem for us. We want to just to adapt.
And could, if there's one positive going out of the Champions League, could it be that you can now focus on the Premier League? You've got no distractions during the week?
No, that's not what we can complain about, unfortunately, but I think it's important now how we respond tomorrow, you know, and how well we play tomorrow.
And you said, finally for me, you said earlier on, you're looking over your shoulders, do you sort of see West Ham as big a threat as Man United, that top four players?
Not big enough, but they are a threat, you know. They have very positive results at home, and overall, every time we are tested, they went to Man United in the cup. They played the 1-1. So I believe that they are a threat, yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Arsene.
Arsene.